Chloris and Damon. Inscribed to the author's grandson, Consul Hastings, Esquire. Trim Chloris was a nymph of parts, divinely skilled in music's arts, and with a sparkling eye, wrapped up in grave harmonic chants, she spurned the awkward shy gallants, who at her door would sigh. Thus throned, with vestal equipage, a very palace of our age, the learned fair abode, surrounded by a docile band, she with a kind, impartial hand, her gifts of mind bestowed. But one day to her cool retreat, the frigid Nine's exalted seat, unrivaled Damon came. He spoke, and as his young lips shed a wiser lore than seers have said, she owned pert Cupid's flame. No nobler youth the world hath had to cheer the realms that else were sad than tender Damon's self. Our tall and slender boy combined Adonis's grace and Plato's mind, sublime and what they call godlike elf. See now young Chloris' eye dilate, with tenderness she scarce can state, and melt upon the youth. Within her raven hair she twines fresh gathered leaves and fragrant vines, a lovesick maid in truth, yet Damon's heart to passion steeled by stubborn nymphs who would not yield. No kind response essays. Alas, the boy recalls to mind when rose-cheeked Delia was unkind, and icy scorned his praise. So as the weeks unfruitful pass, poor Chloris fades before her glass, whilst Damon cons his lore, when hapless nymph reaps all the woe her fickle sex were wont to sow in cruel days before. Take warning then, ye bellies of pride, who conquer but to cast aside, and sport with Cupid's darts against yourselves. What they call the god will turn, till you that gnawing anguish learn, which vexed your victims' hearts. And it can be said that those with a bit of tact, those with a bit of real knowledge, can go further than these people whose job it is to be like they are prophets. I mean, the false prophets, the soothsayers, the professional priests that are, being hired to read the oracle. Because a true person with prophetic gift wouldn't, make it so much of his job per se, or that he's called into a position and then he has the thing. Like in ancient Egypt, they had this idea in some places where a prophet was like a role